I'd like to call to order our meeting of the Board of Education. I'd like everyone to please rise as the Wildcat Company presents the colors. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Okay, I'd like to call Mr. Corrigan to come up and introduce our special guest tonight.
All right, good evening, Ms. McLean, Board of Education, Dr. Borchers, Ms. Lurndine, Dr. Williams, Ms. Van Dyke. We're here tonight with the Brood Awakening and crew. So Ms. Katie, Ms. James, and Ms. Bean all work very hard with our students. This is one of our work-based learning opportunities that we have at Oak Ridge High School. We're very proud of these kids and what they offer our staff, and they come on a regular basis to start our day off right. And I'm just so proud of them. I'm glad they're here tonight to share a little bit about what they do and what all has taken place. So, Ms. Katie.
All right, so first of all, thank you so much for inviting us to be part of the board meeting today. We really appreciate the opportunity to showcase what our students are doing and how hard they've been working. As you came in today, you got a chance to see them in action, welcoming you, serving you iced tea, and working on the skills they've been trying so hard to develop over their time at Oak Ridge High School. I want to take a moment to say how proud I am of how hard the students have been working and how hard Ms. Bean has worked in developing this school-based enterprise. Through the Transition School to Work program, our students created a school-based enterprise, Oak Ridge High School Brood Awakening. We wrote the grant for it. Lexi was there from the very beginning when we wrote the grant for Anderson County Civitans. And our goal was to develop workplace readiness skills through hands-on work-based learning. This gives students the opportunity to practice job skills in a safe but supportive environment to prepare them for life after high school, which is what we're all here for. So from the very beginning, students have been involved in the entire process. They help plan, write the grant, make decisions regarding the menu, pricing, practice customer service skills and money skills, manage tasks, and work as a team. The program wasn't built for them, it was built with them and by them. What has been the most meaningful part for me is watching our students grow. I've seen confidence replace hesitation, pride built as they realized what they were capable of, and independence increased. Through this experience, they've been developing skills like communication, teamwork, time management, leadership, and most of all, accountability. Skills they're going to carry with them far beyond Oak Ridge High School. As an educator, there's nothing more rewarding than seeing students recognize their own growth and potential. Being part of this journey and watching Brood Awakening come to life has been one of the best experiences of my career. Before we wrap up, I'd like for you to hear directly from the students who helped make Brood Awakening a success. I have Lexi Barbarito, come on out, Ian Wade Griffiths, and Maggie Finstead. So come on over, guys. And I've got some questions that we talked about ahead of time, so no surprises, okay? So I'm going to start with Lexi, because Lexi's been a part of Brood Awakening since we were writing the grant, since it was just an idea that we had. So Lexi, how does it feel to see Oak Ridge High School Brood Awakening up and running today and serving over 500 orders to the staff at Oak Ridge High School now?
I love it being a part of something that I got to help create.
Thanks, Lexi. Thank you. All right, so Maggie, as our peer tutor, which we've been developing our peer buddy program at the high school. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we've really been building that out. So Maggie was one of our first peer tutors and fabulous. So can you tell us what you learned through being a peer tutor with Oak Ridge High School Brood Awakening?
Yes, I can. Well, I would first like to say I'm very thankful for the experience, and I actually learned a lot, not just about myself, but it was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done, seeing everyone grow into the wonderful leaders that they all are and everything that they can do now.
All right, and finally, we have Ian Wade Griffiths. And Ian is a senior. They're all exiting this year, seniors exiting. So Ian, last semester, you really stepped up as a leader in the program. Can you tell me what you learned about leadership and maybe a little bit about what you learned about yourself?
I learned how to appropriately redirect attention and how to how to deal with problems when it came up.
Okay. So I think that pretty much really sums it up. Like, the students have worked so hard for this to be a success, and you just got to see a small picture of that this evening. But we are doing Brood Awakening Tuesdays and Fridays every day at Oak Ridge High School, so please feel free to stop by. Thank you.
So if we were to come by the high school, where might we find you all?
So the best place would be to come to the main office, and then they'll get a hold of me.
Okay, well, the peach tea, I highly recommend it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to share that if I find it fitting today, we talked about in our faculty meeting, our vision of Oak Ridge Schools is to be college, career, and life ready. And we talked about our portrait of a graduate and the faces of what that means and what we want a graduate to be at the end of their time in Oak Ridge Schools and at Oak Ridge High School. And so to be able to see that come to life every day is really amazing. And there's so many different things that go on at Oak Ridge High School, but this program is really special, and it just is part of who we are. And it's really nice to start our day so often with them. So thank you again.
Let's give them one more hand. Okay, next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. I will entertain a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion made by Ms. Webb, seconded by Dr. Hartman. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, please cast your vote. It's been one of those days. Motion passes unanimously. Okay, first, under special reports and presentations is our good news, and we'll start with Ms. Craven.
All right, I bring us good news from Oak Ridge Preschool. The preschool was awarded the Benita Albert Innovative Teaching Fellowship through the Oak Ridge Schools Education Foundation to support their work around pre-K STEM learning. The generous award gave them the opportunity to provide a professional learning experience for all pre-K staff. Upon the return from winter break, the staff participated in a virtual workshop with Steve Spangler. The day was filled with exploration and wonder as Steve shared information and strategies complete with the necessary materials to create science experiences for our students. The best part was seeing the experiences begin on a Tuesday. The light in the students' eyes and the smiles on their faces was the best.
Okay, Ms. Crank.
I have good news from Jefferson. They are excited to recognize their spelling bee winners. Abigail Young earned third place, Ava Hardy placed second, and the overall winner was Matthew Hall, who secured first place with the word corbels. Special thanks to all students who qualified and participated, and maybe he could explain that word to us sometime.
Okay, Dr. Hartman.
I have good news from Robertsville. Each year, the Knoxville Museum of Art hosts the East Tennessee Regional Student Art Exhibit for grades 6 through 12. This year, Robertsville had 8 submitted pieces accepted into the show, which is phenomenal. The exhibit was on display at the Knoxville Museum of Art through January 11th. The Rams' first LEGO League had a great tournament in December. The Ramgineers presented their solution for rust on artifacts and earned a team high score of 170, which was the 10th highest score at the event. The Ramnovators presented their solution to dust and weather particles interrupting the mapping of archaeological sites and won the Innovative Project Trophy. Additionally, they earned a team high robot score of 240, the 3rd highest score at the event. Congratulations to both teams.
Okay, Ms. Webb.
We have good news from Oak Ridge High School. We are proud to celebrate outstanding student achievements in fine arts and athletics. 18 orchestra students qualified for All East Orchestra, with 8 advancing to All State Orchestra in Nashville under the direction of Carlos Hernandez. 12 Wild Band members qualified for All East Band, including 2 All-State Band qualifiers led by Michael Spirko. Additionally, 3 Wildcats, Malik Howard, Eli Pearson, and Jared Bafford, were selected to the 6A All-State football team under the guidance of Derek Ring.
Okay, and I have just a little bit more good news from Oak Ridge High School. So tomorrow night is the first Rumble in the Ridge. It is the first home wrestling match in 70 years at Oak Ridge High School. Everyone is invited. The doors open at 4:30. The match starts at 6. Looks like there'll be music, food, and lots of fun things going on. So everybody's invited to come to that. The Rumble in the Ridge. Okay. All right, next we have Teacher Grant Endowment. Dr. B.
Yes. Tonight we're excited to share this special presentation with the Oak Ridge Public Schools Education Foundation as we celebrate an endowment that honors a family whose contributions have helped shape Oak Ridge schools and whose impact reaches far beyond the Oak Ridge community. Herbert Dodd was the first principal hired in Oak Ridge schools in 1943. He helped hire the district's first teachers, conducted its first new teacher orientation, and championed innovative hands-on instruction. His wife Thelma taught at Highland View, which is the Children's Museum today, and Linden Elementary School. Their daughter, Dr. Julie Dodd, taught English at Oak Ridge High School from 1982 to 1988, serving as advisor to the Oak Log and Oak Leaf. She then spent 28 years at the University of Florida, where upon retirement she was named Professor Emerita and had a graduate teaching award created in her honor. The Julie, Herbert, and Thelma Dodd Endowment will support ORPSEF's Educator Grants Program, helping innovative teachers create new learning experiences for students, a priority central to the Dodd family's philosophy. Now, let's hear from Dr. Julie Dodd.
Good evening to the school board, superintendent, and audience members. I'm delighted to join you to share why I wanted to create the Julie, Herbert, and Thelma Dodd Endowment with the Oak Ridge Public Schools Education Foundation. Dad, Mom, and I were involved in the Oak Ridge schools for more than 75 years. Dad is a principal, Mom is a teacher, and me as a The student stories are so uplifting and reinforce the impact of great teaching. Working with Jessica, I began making annual gifts to the foundation to support the Educator Grants Program. Last fall, I was delighted to learn from Mike Taylor that I had set up a named endowment devoted to funding educator grants. I'm honored that my parents' commitment and mine to the Oak Ridge schools can be connected with the Educator Grants Program to support the Oak Ridge schools' ongoing commitment to innovative teaching.
That's excellent. And now we've got Mr. Mike Taylor, Executive Director of ORPSEP.
Thank you very much, and Chair McLean, members of the board, Superintendent Borchers, school staff, and guests. On behalf of the Oak Ridge Schools Education Foundation, I'm pleased to announce the establishment of this newly endowed fund that will provide permanent support to strengthen our educator grants program. Thanks to the generosity and the visionary commitment from Julie Dodd, ORPSEP has established the Julie Herbert and Thelma Dodd Educator Grants Endowment. While this endowment will not fund 100% of our educator grants each year, it will create a lasting foundation that will grow over time and significantly expand our ability to provide additional grants to support innovative teaching and provide educators with funding to design and implement new instructional strategies, integrate cutting-edge resources, and develop whole school hands-on learning programs across Oak Ridge schools for generations to come. ORPSEP has provided more than $1.4 million in funding for educator grants since they began in 2005. This endowment is named in honor of Julie and her parents, whose lives and careers were deeply woven into the history of Oak Ridge schools. There's no more fitting way to honor their legacy than by investing in our educators and empowering them to lead innovative projects that enrich instruction, accelerate learning, and inspire creativity in every classroom. Julie has asked one of her former Oak Ridge High School students, Kristen Lindemer, to represent her this evening. Kristen is with us tonight. She was part of the award-winning media team at Oak Ridge High School during her time there. And I would also like to recognize several outstanding Oak Ridge educators who taught alongside members of the Dodd family. They're here with us tonight to show their support. Mark Deemer, Tom Gentry, Pat Wilson, and Benita Albert are with us tonight too. So thank you so much for being here to recognize this and celebrate this with us this evening. We're grateful to share this news with the Board of Education and officially announce the establishment of the fund to the community. ORPSEP's educator grants serve as the research and development arm of Oak Ridge Schools, and this gift will honor the Dodd family legacy by inspiring teachers and strengthening classroom instruction, igniting student learning for generations to come. This is a very special and meaningful moment, and I would like to ask you to join me in thanking Julie and her family for making this contribution to create the fund. So let's give them a round of applause. And thank you to those guests that were here tonight too to represent them and members of the ORPSEP Board of Directors as well. As I close, I would like to invite the community to join us in honoring the Dodd family's extraordinary commitment to public education by making a contribution to the endowment fund. Your support will help sustain innovative teaching and learning in our schools and ensure this legacy continues to benefit students today and into the future. So thank you again for giving us this opportunity to share this exciting announcement. And I would, for those guests that were joining us tonight to represent Julie and from the board, if you'd come up front, we're going to gather for a quick photo. And members of the board, too.
Take it in front of the picture, every kind of good. Just a little bit. Okay, all right, okay. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good, thank you.
Okay, next on our agenda is the recognition of Teachers of the Year, TAs of the Year, Principal of the Year, and Support Staff of the Year. Dr. Borchers.
We've got some great people to recognize tonight. We'll just keep the good news flowing here. I'm going to ask Dr. Williams to lead this part of the agenda.
Yes, it is my absolute honor and pleasure to celebrate again these wonderful educators in Oak Ridge Schools. We will start tonight with our Oak Ridge Schools Principal of the Year from Linden Elementary School, Heather Jenkins. Next, from Woodland Elementary, Elementary Teacher of the Year, Amanda Tiller. All right, our Novice Teacher of the Year from Willowbrook Elementary, Destiny Setkowski. Our Secondary Teacher of the Year from Oak Ridge High School, Julianne Fowler. The Oak Ridge Schools Teacher Assistant of the Year from Willowbrook Elementary School, Heather Bonacore. And finally, our RISE Classified Staff Member of the Year from Oak Ridge High School, Miss Teresa Seals. Yes.
Congratulations to all of these wonderful people that worked so hard for our system. Okay, next on the agenda is School Board Appreciation Week. I know nothing about this, so I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Borchers.
Very good. It is the School Board Appreciation Week, so executive directors, if you would go get our packages for the board, I appreciate that. Just thank you for your dedication, service, and unwavering commitment to our schools. Through your leadership, our students are equipped with the tools and opportunities they need to succeed. Your efforts do not go unnoticed and are deeply appreciated. As a small token of our gratitude, we revisited some photo archives and selected individual photos for you to display in your home office, a lasting reminder of your commitment to the students of Oak Ridge. In addition, attached to the back of the frame is a voucher for a complimentary drink of your choice that Calamity's Coffee has generously provided to each of you. And I say this all the time, but I work for the best board in the state. Thank you very much for what you do. So everybody help join me in congratulating our school board.
Thank you so much. That's very special.
So congratulations and thanks for all you do for our schools.
Okay, I think we're ready to end the meeting. No, not really. All right, next on the agenda is the public forum. We have reached the public forum portion, which is designed to allow anyone in attendance to address a topic that's not on the agenda. If you'd like to address the board, please raise your hand and be recognized before coming to the podium. Once at the podium, we ask you sign in, including your email, and state your name and home address for the board. All comments must be made from the podium and into the microphone. Each person who chooses to address the board during the public forum will be given 3 minutes to fully convey their message. The board may choose to respond, or perhaps more likely, they may choose to gather additional information from Oak Ridge Schools staff members and respond to your comments later. If you are here to address the board regarding a topic that is on tonight's agenda, please raise your hand when that topic is presented. Is there anyone who wishes to address the board during the public forum? Seeing none, we will move on. Next is the consent agenda. Do I hear a motion? A motion made by Ms. Craven, seconded by Dr. Hartman. Please cast your vote. Motion passes unanimously. I did want to just remind everyone that on the consent agenda included is the ROTC trip to Nashville, the Robertsville TSA trip to National Harbor, Maryland, the Oak Ridge High School track field trip to Louisville, Kentucky, and the Oak Ridge High School FCCLA trip to Chattanooga. We appreciate the staff making these opportunities available to our kids. Okay, next we have items for action. Item A is the FY25 district audit. Dr. Borchert.
Ms. Chair, I recommend approval of the FY25 district audit.
Per the superintendent's recommendation, do I hear a motion? Motion made by Dr. Hartman, seconded by Ms. Webb. Dr. Borchert.
Yes, the results of the audit examination continue to reflect an overall commitment by staff to the fiscal management, internal control procedures and oversight, and observance of board policies and procedures. Mr. Terry Moats, partner with Brown, Jacob McDaniels, is unable to attend, but did give us a lengthy attachment I think you've all seen. So another good audit, and just a big thank you to Ms. Van Dyke and her team, the amazing things they do down there in that office. It's great for our school district.
Ms. Van Dyke.
So I know we'd spoken a little bit beforehand. I'm not going to read the entire thing. If people want to read his response, you can, but I'll read the thing that everybody wants to hear, which is Brown, Jacob, and McDaniel issued an unmodified or clean opinion on the school's financial statements. So we did have no audit findings again this year, and as Dr. Borchert said, my team is amazing. Honestly, I rarely see the auditors when they're on site because my team takes care of them. And yeah, they only come to me when there's problems, and I hardly saw them this year, which is amazing.
We love to hear that. Thank you very much. I know it's stressful to have them in the building. We appreciate all the hard work that you and your staff do. Okay, any comments or questions from the board? Okay, hearing none, please cast your vote. Motion passes unanimously. Okay, next is item B, the preschool selection criteria for pre-K, Title I, and Head Start. Dr. Borchert.
Ms. Chair, I recommend approval of the preschool selection criteria for pre-K, Title I, and Head Start.
Per the superintendent's recommendation, do I hear a motion? Motion made by Ms. Webb, seconded by Ms. Crank. Dr. Borchert.
The attached selection criteria were developed in collaboration with Anderson County Head Start and our preschool policy committee. These documents lay out the criteria with which we select and qualify students for our Head Start voluntary pre-K programs. This also assists in creating a wait list prioritized by level of need for both programs.
Per the superintendent's recommendation, do I hear a motion? Motion made by Dr. Hartman, seconded by Ms. Craven. Dr. Borchert.
No, just, yeah,
I already did that.
just the
Okay.
attachment there.
Any comments or questions? I know I sit on that board, on the preschool policy committee, and they spend a lot of time going over all of the different criteria and talking to community members and reviewing over the needs of their students that the staff present, and a lot of thought goes into this score sheet. Okay, any other comments? Okay, please cast your vote. It's motion passes unanimously. Okay, item C is our door hardware replacement at Oak Ridge High School. Dr. Borchert.
Mr. Chair, I recommend approval of door hardware replacement at Oak Ridge High School.
Per the superintendent's recommendation, do I hear a motion? Motion made by Ms. Craven, seconded by Ms. Webb. Dr. Borchert.
I'm recommending that the board approve the purchase of door hardware at Oak Ridge High School in the amount of $42,770 from Service Systems of Chattanooga, Tennessee. The door hardware will replace a large portion of the classroom door hardware with a grade 1 lever action intruder function device that meets current safety and security requirements. The current hardware is original to the 2005-2008 renovation and is requiring increased service due to the consistent lock and unlock requirements throughout the day. A future purchase will be made to complete the hardware update for the remaining classrooms and designated spaces. And funding for the purchase is from our public schools safety grant.
Okay, any comments or questions from the board? All right, hearing none, please cast your vote. Motion passes unanimously. Okay, item D, Linden New Club Pokemon League. Dr. Borchert.
Mr. Chair, I recommend approval of the Linden New Club Pokemon League.
Per the superintendent's recommendation, do I hear a motion? Motion made by Dr. Hartman, seconded by Ms. Webb. Dr. Borchert.
And as you can see from the attachment, the purpose for the club is to build skills and friendship, encourage reading and math, teach responsibility and good citizenship, safe way to learn, boost confidence, support SEL skills, and give students a low-stress way to learn.
Pokemon Club is taking the city. Last year, I think it was Crochet Club, but this year it's Pokemon Club. I love it. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, please cast your vote. Motion passes unanimously. Okay, next on the agenda is items for information. First is the legislative update. Ms. Webb, do you have anything for us?
We meet on Friday, so I will have more next month.
Okay. And that the board is going to be attending, or many of us are going to be attending the legal and legislative session in February, so we'll also be learning stuff there. Okay, next is the financial report. Ms. Van Dyke, anything?
We're right on track for this time of the year. So that's about all.
Okay, any questions for Ms. Van Dyke? Okay, next is enrollment.
All right, we did attendance, so Dr. Bowles gets to continue for a little bit longer with all of her trophies. So kudos to Glenwood about that. Pretty much where we are the last couple of months, decreasing in total K through 12 as compared of 33 students as compared to the end of the last day of school in 2025, May 28th. Elementary decreasing by 25 kiddos. Middle school by 10, we've increased it by 10 students, and Oak Ridge High School has decreased by 18. So that's pretty much what we've seen, kind of above and below a little bit, but that's where we are as of last Thursday, and we'll get the new report tomorrow.
Okay, any questions for Ms. Laurendane? All right. Next is items for discussion. Any old business or new business? Communications. We had a great visit at Woodland last week. We visited some classrooms. We got to hear about their upcoming broadcast club, and we got to see 3D printing, and we were even sorted into houses there. So that was a really nice visit. On February 12th, we're going to be at Robertsville at 7:30. Then February 16th and 17th, many of us are going to be in Nashville at the TSBA Legislative and Legal Institute. And then February 23rd, we'll be back here for our meeting. Y'all have anything? Dr. B, anything?
Nope, we're working hard. We're back after 2 days off, so hopefully we can get a longer stretch here of instruction.
Yeah, we didn't get the snow they said we were going to get. So, okay, all right. I think we're done. Meeting adjourned.